let's have some fun to close out the week. Welcome back to Eddie B TV. I am, of course, Eddie B. Nice to see y'all. And we are back at you again today for another reaction video and for another wonderful, wonderful Headliner Friday. You know what I'm saying? Yes, at least I hope y'all do. We are going to get into some more Dave Chappelle today, y'all. All right. Well, I've already said that George Carlin is my #1 favorite. Patrice is next in line, but Dave Chappelle is the absolute next one in line. It's a very close one too. You know, it's my own personal thing, so don't nobody tell me what they think is the GOAT or nothing like that, because we all have our opinions. But Dave Chappelle is definitely the best alive doing it today. He's absolutely the best. And his material never stops ringing true in these ears right here. So we're gonna get into one from him today. And this one's gonna be titled, How Old is 15 Really? But it's 15 years, you know what I mean? What's 15 times 365? I don't know. I'm not very good at math, but you know what? We all know, but I'm guessing he's going somewhere with this. And because Dave Chappelle's way of dissecting language and coming up with his own jokes, man, that's why he's one of the best doing it, you know, if not the best, you know. And yeah, we're gonna figure out what he means by this. So let's take a deep breath and get into it. Dave Chappelle with How Old is 15 Really? And if you like this reaction, please like, comment, and subscribe to your boy. Keep everything going. All right. Well, Friday is here, like I said. You know, I did George yesterday, and usually I have George as my Headliner Friday guy, but now we're gonna do Dave Chappelle today, and let's see what he's talking about. So one more time, Dave Chappelle, How Old is 15 Really? Right here on Eddie B TV. Wonderful Friday. Let's have some fun. All right, let's get situated with here. Here we go.
All our stars, man. R. Kelly pissed on his victim.
That's how we're gonna start it.
I know, it was rough. But I mean, again, I can't even judge R. Kelly. First of all, we don't know if these allegations are true, and not even if they are true. If you want to know how I feel about it honestly, if a man cannot pee on his fans, I don't want to be in show business anymore because, well, that's why I got in the game, baby. I got dreams too.
Got dreams. You're a fool for that.
You guys are confusing the issue. While you guys are busy worrying about if R. Kelly even peed on this girl or not, you're not asking yourself the real question that America needs to decide once and for all. And that question is, how old is 15 really? No, that's a good question. That's a good question.
Is it really?
I'm not saying that a person is as smart as they're going to be at 15. That's not what I'm saying, man.
Okay.
But I am saying 15 to me is old enough to decide whether or not you want to be pissed on. I mean, that's me. If you can't make a decision like that by the time you're 15, then just give up, motherfucker, because life is way harder than that. I make tougher decisions all the time. If you don't want to get pissed on, just get the fuck out of the way. It's not even a decision. If I start peeing on the front row, they're not going to have to calculate and think, oh, how do I feel about this? Am I okay with it? They just move.
Well, that part's true at least.
You can do that at 15. I could have. I've been 15. When I was 15, I was doing stand-up in nightclubs. I smoked reefer from time to time. Friends were selling crack. I was trying to finger fuck people. I knew what was happening around me to some degree.
Okay.
Getting pissed on was the least of my worries at 15. Trust me.
Yeah, I believe that.
But it keeps coming up. There's a lot of confusion around that age. Anytime 15 comes up, people freak out. Like when that girl, Elizabeth Smart, got kidnapped.
Oh.
Right?
I remember that.
Remember in Utah last year, 15-year-old girl Elizabeth Smart was kidnapped, and then they finally found her, and the whole country was relieved. And I was the only one saying, damn, she wasn't that smart after all.
Oh, damn.
Not because she got kidnapped. That could happen to anybody. I'm not knocking her for that. I'm just saying, if you kidnapped me when I was 15, you gotta take me further than 8 miles away from my house, man. God damn.
Really?
You can't hold me prisoner around shit I recognize. I'll break away. I'll break away. Fuck off me, nigga. That's my bus stop. I know where I'm at. I'm going home. She was missing for 6 months, 8 miles away from my house. That's 2 exits, man. That's nothing.
2 exits, huh?
And while she was missing, during this half a year that this girl is missing, there's a 7-year-old black girl gets kidnapped in Philadelphia. Nobody knows her name. They might have talked about it 2 or 3 times on the news, but she should have been the top story because she chewed through the ropes and had both of these motherfuckers in jail in 45 minutes flat. 7 years old. I'm not making this up.
I think I might have heard something about that story.
These 2 crackheads kidnapped her and took her back to the crack house and tied her up. And then they left her. The crackheads, they gotta make moves. Crack, smoke, chocolate to eat. These motherfuckers made moves, it was out.
Chocolate to eat.
As soon as they left, this little girl got the nibbling. She was kidnapped at 4 o'clock and at home watching herself on the news at 5:30. That shit is crazy. That's a news story. That is a news story.
That is a news story.
Meanwhile, in Utah, 15-year-old Elizabeth Smart's captors left her alone too, and they didn't even tie her up because they're hillbillies. They just bounced. Don't try to escape, bitch, or we'll kill you. Be right back.
Nice
Leave.
scare tactic.
She's
right
15, sitting in the house by herself. How am I gonna get out of this? Come on, Elizabeth, think. Think, Elizabeth, how am I gonna get out of here? Why don't you just open the fucking door and go outside? Have you thought about that? Do you have a quarter? Do you know your phone number? You're 15, bitch, run. Stop thinking and start making moves. I know I sound mean, and I know what the people are thinking when I'm saying this. Dave, she is only 15. All right, but that's the discrepancy, because when you talk about a little girl like Elizabeth Smart, then the country feels like 15 is so young and so innocent. On the flip side, here comes 15 again. Now we talking about a 15-year-old black kid in Florida. This black kid accidentally killed his neighbor when he's practicing wrestling moves that he saw on TV. Now, was he a kid? No.
I remember that.
They gave him life. They always try our 15-year-olds as adults. The snigger knew what he was doing. It's a goddamn pile driver. If this kid gets on the ropes, there's no stopping him. You'd have to send the Rock to arrest him.
No.
And they gave a 15-year-old boy life in jail. If you think that it's okay to give him life in jail, then it should be legal to pee on him. That's all I'm saying. You got to make up your mind across the board how old 15 actually is. That's all I'm saying. So I'm going to tell you right now, if somebody comes in here and puts a gun in my head and says, Chappelle, you got a choice to make. You're either going to jail for a month or we'll let you go, but you got to let R. Kelly pee on you. I'm not hesitating. Bring in R. Kelly and tell him to stay away from my ass.
Oh, God. Okay. That was a good one right there. Well, that was a blast from the past now, wasn't it? I wonder how good this clip is aged, huh? Well, that was Dave Chappelle with How Old is 15 Really? Well, man. You know, without showing y'all too much, without giving y'all too much info about me, man, let me just unpack a few things with this. I've been 15 once before too, you know? And I will say this, what he said at the beginning of this video was very true. You're not as smart as you're gonna be at this age, no matter how smart you are or whatever like that. You know, that's not the name of the game right there. The thing is that there's some things that everybody should know at a certain point, you know, whether you're talking about age 5, age 10, 15, 20, so on and so forth, you know. It's just that these things right here are always a trippy ass thing to think about whenever you're talking about kids, you know. The whole R. Kelly thing, because this was a really old clip, obviously, but R. Kelly, like, everybody knows that R. Kelly did it now. Everyone knows that now. You know, if anyone tried to dispute that now, it would just fall on deaf ears. But the thing that bugs me about that, just to veer off a little bit here, I find it interesting that Michael Jackson was, he was accused of child molestation a couple of different times. Even another time, even after he died for, oh my goodness, man, it's just ridiculous. Not one shred of evidence against him. It's just he looks that way, he talks like that, and so he has to be guilty. That's all it took for people just to completely ruin Michael Jackson. Meanwhile, R. Kelly had a video of him out molesting multiple underage girls. You know what I mean? And like, not only did he beat the case in trial, but everyone pretty much kept bobbing their heads to his music and just kept supporting him, knowing what the deal was. I find that kind of funny, you know? But just skipping ahead a little bit, you know, I've been 15, you know, and one thing about me is that I managed to get into some really trippy things for being 15 years old. Things I had no business doing. But the thing was that nobody would ever want to talk about if I was like the focus of like a subject or something like that. They would just be like, well, this kid was probably an idiot. That's too easy. You know what I mean? Just to say someone is an idiot at a young age is way too easy. Like, yeah, no shit. But things that I had no business doing, but I did them. Fully conscious and aware. You know what I mean? Knowing what it could do if people found out. Knowing what, you know, would happen to the other people if people found out too. You know, it's just that a lot of people tend to want to look at youth as something that is completely incorruptible. You know what I mean? In that sense of, hey, well, they should know not to do this, but then again, if something feels like it might be fun, or something feels like it could be exciting, but it will get you in trouble, I mean, you think people don't do that knowing what the consequences are? So that's just one example of it. But, you know, when you talk about kids nowadays, you know what I mean? This is like, they're more full of shit than they ever have been. You know, it's like all this stuff that they have. If I had my own kids, and I know people are gonna give me hell for saying this, but if I had my own kids, my own child would not have a cell phone. They would not have any access to social media. And I know people are saying, well, you can't avoid it. Yeah, I can. You don't know me like that, y'all. Very much capable of laying the hammer down, whatever the hell that means. But it's just so many things that are different from being a kid back when this special came out. And now it's just like everyone really feels like they got the answers. Everyone feels like, well, all this stuff, all this knowledge we have can get us through all the hard times. No, it created even harder times. And that's the thing that really, really upsets me, because no one is getting back to the root of what it means to raise a kid. And everyone's just giving the kids what they want. Kids got lawyers now. Can you believe that? That's ridiculous right there, man. It's just like, what are you really going to get from a child that you think that is admissible in court? You know, I don't get it. But yeah, man, they got that. And, you know, I forgot the kid's name, but the person that killed his neighbor practicing wrestling moves, he did get sentenced to life. They overturned that conviction, but then he ended up going back to prison on a parole violation of some kind. But it's a ridiculous case to know that you can cater and coddle kids in this way, but then you can send another kid to prison for life for something else. You know what I mean? Like, where's the balance in that? But yeah, it could be a difference in race. It could be a difference in gender, obviously. But no way, shape, or form is anyone getting in these kids' faces and letting them know, like, hey man, like, you do realize what just happened here, right? Hey, you do realize what just happened here, right? And so on and so forth, you know, but no one ever does that. You know, everyone just like overanalyzes it to the point where to the extent where the point is completely lost. Or they completely do nothing and then act surprised when there's like damage later on. You know what I mean? Like the whole R. Kelly thing is, I think that's inexcusable by so many, in so many different ways, you know? That's one reason why I'm very critical of what people think gangsters are and stuff like that, you know what I mean? Because I get really upset about hearing about gangster this, gang banging this. I don't give a damn about any of that nonsense. Because if gangsters really existed, and I'm being dead serious when I say this, if gangsters really existed, R. Kelly would be dead. Tekashi 6ix9ine would be dead. A whole bunch of other rats and snitches that just do nothing but just take up space doing dumb shit should be dead. But they still alive and ticking. So I don't want to hear nothing about no gangster stuff, man. That's completely down on my priority list of giving a damn about things like that. But, you know, kids, man, if people are doing their job the right way, kids are still going to get in trouble. They're still going to get hurt in some ways, but it's how it's how you're raising them that'll help decide how they bounce back from certain things, you know. And you know, getting kidnapped, I mean, obviously what he said, you can't knock somebody for getting kidnapped. Anybody can get kidnapped. But how you're handling that in the middle, it does kind of tell the world what is going on in your head, what's going on in your parents' head, you know. Because I would think, if I was 15 years old, right, and someone kidnapped me, didn't tie me up and just left me in the house while they left to go get drugs or something like that, I'd be gone. And I know that for a fact, because it's not about letting fear take control of you. It's about having a better instinct, you know what I mean, to know how to save your own life, you know, in the heat of that kind of a moment. It's just trippy. Now, people are gonna disagree with me, and I get it, but hey, you know, it's just one side of the story on this end. I'm just one opinion, you know, so leave it at that, and let's just move on. So yeah, man, I'm going to cut it off right there. One more time, Dave Chappelle with How Old Is 15 Really? And if you like that reaction, please like, comment, and subscribe to your boy. Keep everything going, like I always say. So yeah, man, another week of stand-up comedy in the books, man. You know, I was glad I was able to have the lineup that I had. Some of it was like, you know, scheduled the way that I wanted. Some stuff were just pretty much like a coincidence. Like, wow, I had all these guys in a row for the week. And although I didn't particularly like the Taylor Tomlinson one, you know what I mean, everyone keeps telling me, in the comments that she's got better bits than that. And I'm gonna try to get to that one day. So yeah, man, I'm not gonna hold it against her, man. She has an interesting style to her, you know what I mean? And it could have a lot of funny jokes with it, but that one that I got was just like, a little too full of yourself, sweetheart. And yeah, if any guys, psycho dudes at least, that would hear that and just go, oh, that's how you wanna do it? Let's see what okay, yeah, that's just what I'm talking about. But yeah, man, this is gonna be Eddie B TV signing off. One more again here, another week of stand-up comedy in the books, like I said, and more laughs, you know what I mean? Laughs is what gets me through everything, even if it's the worst possible thing. I can't tell you what laughter did for me when my sister died, my grandparents died, my Uncle James died, and my stepdad. Oh my goodness. I need laughter, man. We all need it. So yeah, man, keep the laughs coming, and let's keep having fun with this one. So yeah, thank y'all for tuning in one more time. I'm glad y'all had a lot of fun with me this week. Music Saturday is up for tomorrow. What do I got going on, man? Am I just gonna do a normal thing, or is it gonna be Christmas? Spoiler alert, it's gonna be Christmas songs. All right, man, thank y'all one more time. Love and appreciate y'all. Peace.